Hey there, horror fans. How's it going? It's Douglas here at Drown Boy Productions, and you're watching the 31 Days of Trick or Treat. Thank you to those of you who've watched every episode of the 31 Days of Trick or Treat so far. This week we've taken a look at, first thing, the Sam mask from Trick or Treat. Next up, the Sam handbag. After that, we dove deep into the Black Lagoon and took a look at the creature from the Black Lagoon mask. Next, we took a look at some vintage-style Universal Monsters decorations. And today, well, I had something kind of cool planned. We were going to take a look at a puppet. I ordered the Gizmo Mogwai puppet from Trick or Treat Studios, and guys, look, I'll be honest, I've never seen Gremlins. The guy got hungry. I thought just feed him, but then he started freaking out. Now he's looking all scaly, and let's just say he started tearing the entire house apart. I had to get away for a few days, come hang out here, make a few monsters, and just get away. So unfortunately, until I can get the exterminator to get rid of that problem, we won't be taking a look at that puppet. But today, instead, I thought we would take a look at... Come here, you little fucker. Come on. You think you can just hitch a free ride? Come on. Come here. Son of a bitch. This is the little bastard that was tearing the mask room apart. The Evil Gremlin by Trick or Treat Studios. What could I even say about Gremlins as a film that hasn't been said? It is a tried and true family classic, and of course it actually is a holiday film as well, so I guess that's kind of unfortunately becoming relevant. And of course the Gremlins are beloved by people of all ages. Whether you're young or old, if you've ever seen the film, chances are you probably like it. I don't think I've ever met anyone that's seen Gremlins that didn't enjoy the movie. If you're one of those people and you're watching, I guess let me know why in the comment section down below. It's a fun series with awesome practical effects, most of which kind of involve destroying these little guys. And of course there's many different mutations of the Gremlins, but this is the classic evil Gremlin. The original Gremlin puppets for the film were designed by Chris Wallace and the legendary Rick Baker. And this one in particular, which was sculpted for Trick or Treat Studios, was made by Russ Lukich. Russ has designed a lot of the pieces we took a look at this week. And, kind of like with the creature, I actually don't know if this has any lineage to screen use molds or not. However, I wouldn't doubt it because I do believe that there were old Rick Baker model kits of the original Gremlins that had lineage to the screen use molds. Let's take a full look at this little fella. This is a full body Gremlin puppet, and this is a puppet. He is pretty rigid. He's mostly filled with foam, and of course he's made out of latex, but they did put a slit right here by his spine in the back that you can pull open, put your hand inside, and you can actually puppeteer the mouth and the head. The head is pretty small and the latex is pretty stiff, so there's not a lot of room to work with in there, but it is cool that you can have some motion if you choose to play with it or if you want to use it for a skit or something. As for the paint job looks pretty darn accurate. I mean, there's a lot of different tones in here that you guys aren't going to pick up in this lighting because we chose to do some mood lighting for this video. But overall in person, it looks pretty awesome. I'm not sure if it's stenciled on or if every single Gremlin that comes out is kind of unique, but for the most part, they're trying to follow certain patterns. But it looks really, really damn cool. I've seen people asking if these are posable or not, and they're really not. This is pretty much what you get. It's a big figure that you kind of lean against the wall for display, but, you know, you can move his arms around for fun. They don't really come all the way up, and I wouldn't risk trying to bend them, lest you possibly tear them somehow. And as far as his legs, he cannot stand on his own, so this is going to be the kind of thing that you either hang somewhere, you get some kind of a stand to hold him and support him under the arms or around the waist or something, or you just kind of toss them in the corner, I don't know. In my opinion, these are pretty damn cool, and if you're a Gremlins fan, I'm sure you were super ecstatic to see these get released. But enough about my opinion, now for the part of the video where I read the excerpt from the Trick or Treat Studios website. Alright, so here we go. It says it was sculpted by Russ Lukich, which we already established. Trick or Treat Studios and Warner Bros. Are proud to present the officially licensed Gremlins Evil Gremlin puppet prop. This amazing Gremlin puppet was designed by Russ Lukich, who used an original Gremlin form as reference. Absolutely every detail of the Evil Gremlin is present in this incredible puppet. From his dimensions to the top of his spikes, this is as close as you'll ever come to having the actual Evil Gremlin prop in hand. Puppeteering is done from a hole in the back to move the mouth and head, and it has for dimensions height 28 inches from top of ears to toes, width from hand to hand 24 inches, and depth from chest to back he is 10 inches. Alright, so it says it uses an original form, but it didn't necessarily say that it used pieces from an original screen used mold, so I'm not sure if it was 100% hand sculpted or if some elements were used and some elements were sculpted. Either ways, it looks incredible. And as for the price point on these are a pretty pricey little fella. They go for a whopping $250, which is quite a bit, but for a prop like this that is this well made, that's actually pretty reasonable. They did a great job molding this piece because it's almost entirely seamless. You really have to look all over to find the seam lines, and even then they're not very noticeable. It looks like this was something that was entirely custom constructed, not something that's mass produced. Overall, if you're a Gremlins fan, I think it's pretty awesome. And they actually do offer not just the Evil Gremlin, but a couple of other variants as well. So if you're interested, you can check those out. And if you want to pick one up yourself, you can get that directly from Trick or Treat Studios or one of the many other distributors that they work with. With that being said, I guess there's nothing left to do but give you guys some nice close-ups of this fella. Love you all. Thank you for watching. I hope you're all enjoying the 31 days of Trick or Treat so far, and see you next time.